Welcome back, and we'll continue the practice with our possessive pronouns. I have some important sentences to do with you, some tricky sentences as well, but they're as much fun. Let's get started with the number 11. Her house is bigger than their house, but your house is even bigger than her house. You're saying this to your boss. So let's see how will we say it. Her house. So basically we need to write house. House in German is das Haus. Yes, Neutrum. So basically what is bigger? We'll go to what. We'll go to das. But we don't need das. What do we need? We need her. So we'll go to possessive pronoun. We'll find out her. How will we find out her? What is she? It is sie. All the z's become ihr. So her is ihr. Fantastic. Now we'll see ihr and we'll give it the ending of das. Das has no ending as it's not underlined. So we'll simply write, you're right, ihr Haus. Fantastic. Ihr Haus. Then the verb is. The verb is sein. Let's try to conjugate sein. If you remember, ich bin, du bist, sie, es ist. Wir sind, ihr seid, sie, sie sind. So ihr Haus would be ist. Perfect. Irregular verb. Ihr Haus ist big. Now what is big? Let me help you out here. Big is groß. Yes. Big is groß. And what is bigger? It's größer. Yes. Okay, let's have a look. All right, we are back. So I need to write here größer. All right, so it looks like this. Größer. Perfect. So we'll use it here. Ihr Haus ist größer. Yes. Let's see. Get the spelling right again. Perfect. Bigger. And then you need to say than. Than in German is als. Perfect. Ihr Haus ist größer als their house. Now, basically, their house, we'll find out. House is again das. Yes. So we'll say das, but we don't need to say das. We need to say their. How do we find their? They is sie. All the z's become ihr. So we'll go to ihr. Perfect. Als ihr. And das doesn't give any ending away. There is no underlining here. So yes, we'll simply write ihr. Ihr Haus ist größer als ihr Haus. But, now what is but in German? It's aber. Yes. Aber your house. Now you're saying this to your boss. Yes. Now let's see how we can say your house. Once again, house is das Haus. We don't need das. We need your. So U capital, I mean the formal U is the Z capital here. And all the Z's become ihr. So we go here. It's the capital ihr. Perfect. Ihr Haus. Perfect. Is even bigger than her house. Again, we'll conjugate. Ihr Haus is. That is the verb sein. Conjugate for third person. Yes. So it'll be ich bin, du bist, sie, es ist. So ihr Haus ist even bigger. Even is noch in German. Yes. So we could write here noch. Perfect. Bigger. Again, what was the word for bigger? Größer. Perfect. Let's write here. Größer. Then her house. So what is then? As we learned, it's als. We'll write here als. And then again, we need to write her house. House is das. We don't need das. We need her. How to find her? She is sie. All the z's become her, ihr. So we'll say ihr. And right here, als ihr Haus. Perfect. So basically, ihr Haus ist größer als ihr Haus, aber ihr Haus ist noch größer als ihr Haus. So we see so many irs, it's impossible to tell what the sentence means. Yes, that is a dilemma in German, that if we use all these possessive pronouns together, it's impossible to tell, am I talking about her? am I talking about their or am I talking about your? Yes, leave alone for your where there is a capital I, especially for they and her, there is a confusion. So only the sentence could be understood by context if you are actually speaking with someone. Yes, otherwise there can be confusion. Okay, moving forward, we'll do the next sentence together as well. It says, I have your pen. You're saying this to your friend Jacob. Yes, so how will you say it? Let's find out. I, who, in German, ich. Very good. Let's write here. Ich. We'll make it bigger. Okay. Ich. Okay, it's still a little too small. Let's make it bigger. Okay, it's better. Ich. And then we'll move forward. Ich have. In German, it's the verb haben. Yes, you can see it here, or I can make it a bit bigger. Okay. I think you can read it now. Perfect. So I have, the verb is haben. We'll conjugate haben for ich. Remove the en, add a e, it'll become ich habe. Very good. Your pen. What do I have? Pen is masculine. It's called Stift. So it'll be what? We'll go to masculine, dein Stift. But we don't need dein, we need your. Talking to a friend. So it'll be, instead of du, we'll say dein. Yes, we'll write here dein. And we'll give it the ending of en, dein. So it'll be deinen Stift. Perfect. I have your pen. Ich habe deinen Stift. Now we say the same sentence to your friends Jacob and Matthew. Yes, two friends there. So let's see how the sentence changes. Once again, we'll begin with I have, who has, I, in German, ich. Let's write here, ich. The verb to have is haben, like I wrote here previously. Conjugated for ich, remove the e and add a e. Ich habe, perfect. Your pens, it's plural, your pens. So basically we'll go to what do you have, and pens is plural, it's die. Yes, it's Stifte. If I write here in Deutsch, it's basically Stifte. Yeah, that's the plural. Der Stift, die Stifte. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So der Stift, die Stifte, we have to say the pens, which means the pens, the Stifte here. So what do I have? Pens is plural, I'll write Stifte, but we don't need the, we need your. Now, where will I find your? Whom are we talking to? We're not talking to one person, we're not talking to du, we're talking to basically Jacob and Matthew, which is you all, ihr. So basically the possessive pronoun of ihr is, we'll go on the right side. Exactly, you're right. It's euer. Perfect. Right in front of you. Euer. Yeah, now it's rightly aligned. Ihr, euer. So we'll pick up euer and we'll give it the ending of e. So it'll become eure. Yeah. Ich habe eure Stifte. Fantastic. A little spelling update. When you're using the possessive pronoun euer, the spelling is E-U-E-R, or in German, E-U-E-R. So whenever you give any ending to this possessive pronoun from these articles, whichever ending it might be, the spelling would change a little. You will not say eure, you'll say eure. You will omit the E here whenever there is an ending, okay, which needs to be given. So here I've omitted the E and I've written eure instead of eure. Perfect. So I have your pens. Ich habe eure Stifte. Moving forward, now you're saying this to your boss. I have your pen. Let's do it together. Who has the pen? It's I, in German, ich. Yeah. Who, ich. That's right here, ich. Fantastic. Have, the verb is haben, like we learned earlier. Conjugated for ich, remove the n, en, add a e, it'll become ich habe. Your pen. So what do I have? Pen again is masculine. Den Stift, that's the pen, but we don't need den, we need yo. Which yo do we need? Now we are not talking to du. That was the friend Jacob. We're not talking to ia. That was Jacob and Matthew. We are talking to the boss. So it's the formal you. Yes, the big Z. So from the big Z, we need the possessive pronoun. That is the big ia. All the Z's become ia. Yes. So it'll be ich habe ia. And what was the article ending here? Den. We'll copy it here. Ihren Stift. Perfect. So I have your pen. To your friend Jacob would be ich habe deinen Stift. I have your pens. To your friend Jacob and Matthew would be ich habe eure Stifte. I have your pen. To your boss would be ich habe ihren Stift. The difference is this is second person informal, second person plural, second person formal. Yes, that's why all have their own possessive pronouns. Fantastic. Now we'll do this last sentence together. Let's have a look. Now the sentence says, okay, you all are proud of your friend. So the first sentence, the first question is who? Question is, answer is you all. So we go to who and we find you all. It's ich, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr. Second person plural. We say ihr. Perfect. Let's make it a little bigger. Ihr. Now the verb is again are. How do we conjugate for are? The verb is sein. Ich bin, du bist, er, sie, es ist, wir sind, ihr seid. Perfect. We'll write here seid. Irregular verb, we need to memorize it. Very important verb to be. Ihr seid proud. In German, it's an adjective. Proud. In German, it's called stolz. Very good. Of your friend. Of is like auf. And now we need to say of whom. Yes. Auf we'll be learning in the future. Right now it's out of the scope. Even the prepositions like these have a particular case. So we'll not get into it, but let me just tell you, auf is accusative. So I'll choose an accusative article here. That is, first I need to say your friend. So friend is masculine. We'll say den, but we don't need the definite article. We need to say yo. So we'll need to find out which yo are we going to use. Are we going to use dein? Are we going to use euer? Or are we going to use ihr? Whom are we talking to? We are talking to you all. What is you all? Ihr. So the corresponding possessive pronoun of ihr is euer. Fantastic. You can't say dein. You can't say the big ihr. You need to say euer. So let me write here euer. And then we'll give it the ending of en like we saw here. Den Stift. What? So euren Stift. Fantastic. Ihr seid, not Stift. Entschuldigung, my mistake. Friend. You're proud of your friend. So yes, it's also masculine. So ihr seid stolz auf euren Freund. Fantastic. So the rest of the sentences, I would say attempt by yourself and use the table, consolidated table, refer the answer book. I'm pretty sure you'll get the right answers. So till then, it's John Berlin signing off. See you in the next lesson.